Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jennifer, and welcome to another episode of Marketing in a Minute. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of logo design. So, as you might not know, your logo is so much more than a symbol that represents your business. It's actually the foundation to your identity, and it's really important that it's done right and it's done well, and it gives off the feeling that you want your audience to feel. So, with that in mind, I've put together 4 tips to help you design your logo. Number 1 is to be very clear. Now, there's a lot of logos that are designed that have a lot going on in them. They have multiple symbols, they have multiple words, they have a lot of color. There's a lot going on, and that makes it really hard for consumers to understand what your logo is trying to communicate to them. So in this scenario, less is more. Think about the colors and the fonts and the symbols that you want to represent your brand and incorporate them very simply so people can understand what you're trying to communicate very quickly and easily without having to actually talk to you or go on your website. And also make sure it grabs attention. You want to give them something to remember. And speaking of symbols, our number 2 tip is to think of a thoughtful symbol. Think of a symbol that represents something very creatively that aligns with your business. So an example, a lot of coffee shops might use a coffee bean for a symbol that represents their logo. But it's really, I encourage you to think outside of the box. Think about different logos that might represent other elements of your business. A coffee shop that is all about their community could be having a cup with a bunch of hands on it and have a heart in the middle, communicating the love they have for their community, and maybe having a little steam come up from the cup, showing that, how warm and good it's going to make you feel. Because whether we realize or know it, images and symbols make us feel certain ways. So we always want to think about, how is this going to make my audience feel? The number 3 tip is to remember who you're designing it for. I know it can be so hard as a business owner. It's your business. You want to do it how you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's really the customer and the consumer and your target audience who is going to make the decision to actually buy with you. So making sure you're designing a logo that aligns with what they want to see. And when you are having it designed, really thinking about, is this what I want to communicate to my audience? I really encourage you, when you do have a logo design, before you press go and go live on your website or announce it to the world, really internally ask your closest friends, family members, or maybe you've had customers along the way. Ask them for feedback. Ask them and be very transparent. Say, this is for the good of your business, that you are not taking this personally, because it isn't personally about you. It's really for the success of your business. This is the first thing people are going to see. So it's really important that you're understanding how it makes others feel. Sometimes we can't realize ourselves how things feel when we design them. So that actually leads into my 4th tip about designing. I highly encourage you, whoever is designing your logo, to always have 3 versions. The first version that is designed will never be the one that sticks. We have learned that here in Gem Marketing Solutions when we create content all the time. We always create at least 3 versions of what we want to show to the public, because we get better in time. We start with an idea and it keeps evolving and getting better. Like everything, practice makes perfect. So I would really encourage you, when you're hiring a graphic designer, a marketing agency, whoever is designing your logo, even if you're doing it yourself and you have those technical skills, always make 3. You'll be very impressed on your own when you look at the version 1 to version 3 and then beyond. So I hope these tips are some good feedback when it comes to designing your logo. Remember, your audience is learning about your brand even before you speak to them, just by your logo. So make it memorable, make it inviting, and make it professional. When consumers see a very well-designed logo, it builds trust with them. It makes them realize that you have invested in your business already, which means they feel like they're going to already be getting value from you. So good luck with your logo design. We are here if you need any suggestions. I want to encourage you to join Natalie next week on our new episode of Marketing in a Minute. She will be going over 3 things your website needs to increase sales. Thank you again for joining, and we'll see you in the next episode.